Ladies, 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 we are here tonight on the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight on a Friday. Um, so not a lot of stuff going on tonight outside of maybe Friday Night SmackDown. So Gunther hit 1,000 days as 100 days as champion. I thought became champion until Triple H took over, but if I'm not mistaken, Triple H didn't take over until July. So he did. So he was champion. So I read an article that he had a I want to say it was the 4th of July edition of Monday Night Raw, and supposedly he had a really bad segment on the microphone, and that Vince McMahon wanted to bury him. So I thought by then he still didn't have the Intercontinental Champion. So he did by then. Okay, so today's what, June 10. Okay, I always thought he won the championship like around July, August after Triple H took over. All right, my bad. Jesus Christ, Vince McMahon still wanted to bury him, even though he was the Intercontinental Champion. Holy cow, man. That's pretty much it. We got the new championship last night for Asuka. They're calling this one the WWE Women's Champion. So maybe as soon as Monday night, they'll introduce Rhea Ripley as the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. They also announced that they want to merge the NXT Women's Champions with the main roster Women's Champions. So what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to have the women's champions. I'm gonna guess Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are gonna win the match. They're probably gonna be able to go all 3 brands. It seems like they're really starting to maybe try to make NXT that third brand. You had Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown last night as a fan, and then he got into a fight jumping the barricade with Baron Corbin. You have Seth Rollins gonna be facing Braun Breaker for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a few weeks. Now you're going to have possibly have all the women combined, the NXT woman and the main roster woman combined. It seems like they're trying to still have NXT be a developmental brand, but also have a lot of the guys in the main rosters have feuds and storylines with those guys. It seems like that's what they're going for. Or it could just be for now because the TV negotiations are coming up and they want to boost the ratings. And then maybe once they get their money, they'll go back to just being a developmental brand. We'll see where they go. But it seems like right now they are focused on trying to get it more involved with the main roster guys, whether it's them coming over to SmackDown and Raw or the main roster guys going over there to NXT. And the last one is AEW. They're saying even though the ticket sales are really good for All In Wembley Stadium in England in August, they said the TV ratings have gone down. They're saying that what's going on is that they don't show Dynamite until Fridays, and that a lot of people are getting spoilers like on Wednesday night or Thursday, and by Friday they don't even care to watch it. This is a problem WWE had with SmackDown back in the day when it used to be on Tuesdays, and it not until Friday that people wouldn't want to watch the show anymore because they already got all the spoilers. So I know Canada's doing like a streaming service for Collision at least, and that would be live. Maybe that's something the AEW needs to consider for the UK, so then they don't have to wait for that to get it televised until Friday, which people already probably got spoilers. But I don't think this is a lack of people not being interested in AEW, because then they wouldn't be buying all those tickets to go to the All-In pay-per-view in August. I think it's more about like that because it's not televised until Friday, people already got all the spoilers on Wednesday and Thursday. And then they're also saying they are gonna stop doing. They were starting to do something like live events, like non-television events on the weekends, but they said they're gonna stop because the attendance has not been good. It's a lot of those shows end up being on Fridays, and because they believe it's a Friday Night SmackDown and maybe even Rampage, they're not getting good ticket sales. People rather stay home and watch SmackDown than go to an AEW non-televised event. And I'm not sure who they're putting on these shows. There's a good chance they're putting on a bunch of mid-carders, and they're like a lot of the main eventers are probably not on those shows. They're probably home resting, or maybe in New Japan, doing something with New Japan or Stardom. So yeah, so that's about it for the news. Let's do SmackDown. SmackDown. I believe the date was June 9. June 9, 2023. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. SmackDown recap. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So they show from freaking Iowa, right? Iowa? Was it Iowa? I believe it was. They never announced where they were, I don't think. But anyways, Iowa, freaking Iowa. That's why Seth Rollins was actually at the show, and he ended up having the dark match after the show ends for the fans. It was a match. I think it was a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship with Damian Priest because it was his hometown of Iowa. So here we go. We started off with freaking Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa in the ring. Then Jey Uso interrupts, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna have to make a decision, Jey. Either us or Jimmy." And then pretty much, Jay's pissed off at Solo he's like, "I let a lot of stuff pass, but not you freaking stabbing our older brother in the back, man." And then Paul Heyman's like, he tries to like, "Hey, man, all I know is that remember you were the first person Roman always chose. You're the right-hand man. Jay has always viewed you as the future tribal chief. He's been grooming you, man. And Jimmy's jealous about it, man. He can't take that. He's pissed off because Roman chose you over Jimmy. And he said, in fact, tonight you have a match versus Austin Theory for the United States champion. Obviously Jay's all excited about that. And he's like, hey, man, Paul Heyman tries to extend his hand to shake it. And Jay tells him, I'm going to have to pass on it right now, man. And he walks away. Later on in the night, they have backstage segment, one with Sami Zayn. I'm starting to think something's going to happen here with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. It is not normal, the amount of backstage segments they have. So something's going to happen here. I don't know what it is going to be, though, but, they're kind of having their own storyline right now, right? I think on Raw, they're feuding with Imperium. But they continue to be in it. But at this point, they should be moved on. And I think there's something going on here with Sami Zayn, especially why he won't move on. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't understand why Sami keeps having these segments with them, especially with Jay. I just don't get it. I think there might be something else more happening. I'm trying to think, though. I mean, do they... Imagine if like the Usos leave Roman and then Sami somehow joins again. I don't know. Something's going on because he keeps telling him he's not good for you. He's not good for you. And then they, how WWE works, right? They do the opposite, and all of a sudden, they finally listen to him, and then somehow Sami Zayn ends up back in the bloodline, and it's just Roman and Sami and maybe Solo. I don't know why the hell Sami he's continuing to. I think there's something there. I don't know. But anyways, by the way, later on the night, they would also have a backstage segment, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, with a bunch of tag teams to determine their new opponents. There's going to be a gauntlet match next match with all the tag teams, and the winner will face them, I believe, at Money in the Bank. So they're still having their own storyline, but they continue to have these sides, especially Sami and Jay. Anyways, and then Jay has another backstage segment with Paul Heyman, and he tells him, "Hey, man, if I stay on the bloodline, you're out of the bloodline." What does that mean? Jay telling Paul Heyman he could be out of the bloodline. What? Anyways, let's move along here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move along here. We get a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Santos Escobar versus Mustafa Ali. Very good match. High flying spots all over the damn match. At the end, man, freaking Santos wins. Santos wins, man. All the LWO is celebrating with him. Let's move along him. And then we get the segment with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and they get interrupted by Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. They pretty much say this division's not big enough for the both of us, and they challenge them to a match. Alba Fry and Isla Dawn accept. They start brawling. Actually, Alba Fry and Isla Dawn get the best of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I do have to give them kudos to Ronda Rousey and Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, because they are kind of trying to put over these younger women. They had a great match with what was her name, Chase and Carter, I believe, on this past Monday, and now here they pretty much took the ass whooping to put what's their names, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn over here, and they're gonna have a qualifying match. Like I said, they're gonna probably merger the NXT and the main roster tag teams. Let's move along here. Let's see, man. Another match. We get freaking Io Sky versus Michin. AJ Styles is doing commentating. This was kind of a fast match. Bailey. Was it Bailey? Okay, it was. The Io Sky had her match with Shotzi. I beg your pardon. It was Bailey and Micha Yim. So Bailey and Micha Yim. The match ends up pretty fast. Bailey wins. After the match, Karrion Kross, Scarlett ends up showing up in front of AJ Styles as he's doing commentary, and she blows kind of like a miss, kind of the same thing Asuka does. She blinds AJ Styles, and then freaking Karrion Kross from behind puts him in a chokehold. And so that feud's going to continue between Karrion Kross and AJ Styles, I guess. Let's move along here, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca Belair is asking for a women's championship match with Asuka rematch, but RW's like, not tonight. Tonight I'm presenting Asuka with a new champion. Please, not tonight. And then AJ Styles is pissed off. He wants to fight Karrion Kross. The original club is telling him to cool it down. And then we get the Adam Pearce segment with freaking Asuka presenting her the new Women's WWE Champion. And as soon as he's presenting it, woo! Freaking Charlotte Flair's music hit. She is back. She freaking, I guess they're going to have a match. Charlotte and Asuka. Adam Pearce, I guess, makes it official. And freaking, even Adam Pearce, you got to get in the back of the line. And Charlotte's like, I am the line, Adam. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. I just don't understand, like, oh, my Lord. But anyways, whatever. For years, they did this with Roman Reigns. Like, nobody liked Roman Reigns, and they still put him over. They do the same thing with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte. Nobody cares about them, but they still, it's what it is. Anyways, I'm talking about Roman Reigns when he was the big dog. Not now, like back in 2019. Or, like from 2014, 2019. But anyways, whatever. Or 2013, 2019, whatever it was. And then obviously Bianca Belair's pissed off because she's like, you told me to wait until next week, but you're giving Charlotte a match. Whatever. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. So we get another qualifying match: Butch versus Baron Corbin. Carmelo Hayes is in freaking in the crowd. Fast match. Butch wins. He qualifies the entire time. Freaking Corbin is trash talking Carmelo as he is here with Carmelo Hayes on NXT at the moment. Carmelo Hayes ends up, I believe, Baron Corbin soccer punches Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes ends up jumping the barricade. They start fighting. Security and the referees breaking it up, and that's that. So like I said, it's a good way to now people are gonna like, wait, Carmelo Hayes, who's this Carmelo Hayes guys? And they might be interested in tuning into NXT on Tuesday. I think that's what they're going for here. They're trying to get fans to watch NXT. And that's why they're trying to involve so many of these main roster guys. Let's see here. Then we get Shotzi versus Io Sky. Okay, Shotzi, Io Sky. Get a little match here. I believe at the end, Bailey trips over Shotzi. She's at the top rope. She hits herself with the turn. That was kind of a nasty fall. And Io Sky freaking her hits the fucking moonsault and she wins the match. So both Io Sky and Bailey advance to the freaking Money in the Bank briefcase match. Let's see here. Let's see here. And then we get the main event match. Jey Uso versus Austin Theory, man. Really fun match here. At the end, man, pretty deadly interferes. I guess they really have a line there for Austin Theory. And they try to interfere. But then Jimmy comes out. He takes out pretty deadly. And then Solo comes out and he takes out Jimmy. And then Jimmy and Solo start fighting. And then Jimmy goes for a super kick. Solo gets out of the way. Jimmy instead kicks Jay. And then they freaking continue. They go out of the ring. Solo and Jimmy, they just fight all over the damn place. And Austin Theory gets back in the ring. And he pins Jay. And that's it. So that's it. Freaking Jimmy accidentally costs Jay the championship by accidentally super kicking him. And, then after the match, Paul Heyman and Solo are just staring at Jay. Jimmy's back in the ring. He's trying to help out Jay. Jay's pissed off. He kind of pushes him as Jimmy's trying to help him get back up. And Jay just ends up walking away on both Jimmy and Paul Heyman and Solo. He just walks away. So I guess he still has not make his decision. They're probably going to milk this out for a while. They'll probably continue to milk it. And we'll go from there, I guess. We'll go from there. Who knows what the hell's going to happen now, ladies and gentlemen. Good show. I mean, a lot of people are saying Dynamite was, outside of MJF and Adam Cole, this was pretty much the same shit to me. Bunch of wrestling matches. The main event was Jey Uso versus Austin Theory. Dynamite's main event was Jay White versus Ricky Starks. Two young guys in Austin Theory, Ricky Starks. Two veterans that have been around for a while, and Jay White and Jey Uso. Outside of MJF and freaking Adam Cole's promo, I don't like unless you want to okay that. I'll give it to you, but other than that, it was pretty much the same damn show, honestly. If anything, Raw, right, with all those fucking matches with freaking Kevin Owens and Gunther and Adam P and Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. If anything, Raw was probably the better show this week. Dynamite had the better promo with MJF and Adam Cole, but Raw, I think, had the better wrestling show, especially with those two matches. Better good matches on Dynamite and SmackDown as well. So I guess Raw had the better matches. Dynamite had the better promo with Adam Cole and MJF. And I guess SmackDown has the better storyline going with the Bloodline. That's that. That's fair.